All right. It is time to get the show started here. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out here on a Tuesday night. We are back in Monster Jam Showdown where I'm grinding out those last achievements. Whew, sorry for the late start, everybody. We're about 9 minutes behind schedule. That is fully, fully, fully on me. I don't know who else I would blame, but it is fully on me. I uh, I've set up a big expectation for myself on these streams where I want to be prepared for all the little bits we do. I want to be prepared for whatever may come. So that now means I have a checklist before every stream. I'm gathering toys in case someone pops a show a toy. I'm checking it. I'm checking to make sure all my alerts are working. They never totally do. They do their best, but they never totally do. Adam NX67 says, first day back to work after a 4-day weekend, and it was one of those days. Oh man, well, you've come to the right place for a little relaxation because we are grinding achievements in Monster Jam, and it is a chill time. It is a relaxing time. And myself, I'm all congested and just all over the place. I'm not sick. It's just allergies from doing some cleaning around the house and kicking up some dust. So I sound like I have a cold. Gonna be one of those weeks. Thankfully, in a couple days, I get to go on vacation for a few days. So looking forward to that. Let's see. I think the glacier was where we were having some good runs, although who knows? No, that can't be it. There's not enough freestyle spots here. All right. It's got to be maybe Alaska Stadium. No, that's the one that's just a stadium, right? Frozen Shores. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Right? Yeah, that's got to be it. Has Monster Jam actually ever been to Hawaii? I believe that they have. And to me, that's worth it for me to Google. I believe they have. Hmm. Interestingly, when I Google it, all that comes up is information about this expansion pack that gave me Hawaii. So I'm not sure. I know that they did Japan, which to me seems more difficult than Hawaii or Alaska. And you would think maybe they'd hit one on the way back, right? All right. So where was I? There we go. All right. Let's see what we have to. Let's see what challenges are left here. Looking it up, it shows the last show in Hawaii was All Star Monster Trucks. Really? I think I knew that been there. All Star Monster Trucks, of course, for longtime viewers will know. I have some friends who work there, and I got to drive a monster truck at one of their shows up in Maine 2 summers ago. All right, let's get a look here. I think we must have finished. Yeah, I think we finished up our soldier fortune there. All right, so we're switching trucks then. Let's get right to the back top of the list. Northern Nightmare it is. We're still on bronze with him. We got a ways to go. Holy moly. All right. Let's see. There's Northern Nightmare. Easy enough. And let's go hop in and start running some freestyles while we hang out here tonight. It's just one of those days. But yeah, now that I've set up all these funny little bits we do on the stream before we kick off, I always have to run around and make sure like, do I have toys to show off if I need to? Do I have a beverage in case I need to hydrate? It's not like the old days. Whoa, whoa, is he broken? Oh, there he goes. You guys saw that too, right? Oh, my game's acting weird. Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. Well, we're gonna find out. And the game froze. Well. Oh god, my whole computer froze. Oh no. Okay, hang on. We're switching back to the starting soon. Okay. It seems like the game is okay now, so I'm switching back. Holy crap. What a pain in the butt that is. Alright. Well, let's hope that it got that out of its system. Oh, that Nick Beans popped a hydrate and thinks that was their doing. All right, hang on. Hydrating. And the hydrating was needed because right before this, I was having dinner and I made some fairly spicy kimchi ramen tonight. So yeah, it was a ramen night. So I had to make some boil. This whole thing is really lagging here. What is going on with this? All right, hang on. Do I have to alter some settings? What is going on here? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That should be okay. Let's go with that. See if that helps. Yeah, sure, whatever. No, off. Okay, let's go back to about there. Texture detail we can put to medium. Try to just bump everything down a little bit. I don't need a ton of lens flare. Get that out of there. Particle effects. Okay, yeah, let's see if that helps. Ooh, actually, that looks clearer to me. Future nutrients for battle these monsters. That's right. Whole thing's getting real laggy. I wonder what's going on with this. I noticed the last couple streams I had games that were getting a little laggy. I know I have remnants on here from when I downloaded Fortnite and it basically tried to poison my computer. You know, honestly, that entire company can just rock. Let's see, Cone on the Brick says car giveaway soon. Maybe. We might need to do that. Over on my Twitch, I do have a rather large bit alert where you can win a big mystery pack of toys from my collection that includes die-cast vehicles and trading cards and all kinds of stuff. So there are ways to make it happen. Making sure that this glitchy run wasn't for nothing. Getting some real points at the end here. Wow, that sounds like a delicious breakfast treat. Yeah, I had some spicy ramen. I had to boil up some eggs. I had to fry up some cod fish balls. Had to marinate them. It's a whole thing, you know. It's not like when I was in college and ramen either meant that I was calling a place to make me ramen or that I was breaking out a couple noodles. Now it's all fancy. And yet none of it comes even close to the ramen that I had in Japan. Like, the worst ramen I had in Japan was the best ramen I've had of my life. Like, you know. All right. Well, that's a start. All right. We broke over 500,000 on that run. That'll get us pretty close. That might actually be enough to get us the bronze. Oh, okay. So bronze is just win 3 events is that truck. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Holy cow.
Just a few more minutes.
Just had a mega bowl. Nashville hot chicken strips with mashed potatoes. Yo, living like a king. Holy moly. Well, I'm getting ready to have some delicious southern food myself. Because I'm spending this weekend down right on the line between Florida and Georgia, that Jacksonville sort of area. So we can go hike the Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia. And there's a wildlife area that's just over the line in Florida there as well. We're doing that. And also going to have a whole bunch of delicious southern food because I'll be there, and why not? I won't even be the only Blitzkrieg roster member there. I know Leary and Skylar are in Miami right now on vacation.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, I'm making Velveeta and bacon. Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Here's a wheelie. Ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
You know, there's certain like weird snack foods, you know, that you don't realize are weird until you're much older. When I was in high school, my lone friend who liked wrestling, Sarah, I'd go over to her house, and there was a snack that her family had that they considered pretty normal. That I had never heard of. It was a dip for chips that was just an entire bar of cream cheese with a great big bunch of this like sweet chili sauce over it, and then you microwave the whole thing until it's this god-awful shade, I mean terrible shade of pink. And then, yeah, then you dip like Ruffles chips in it. And it was so good. I mean, after the first time I went over and they had that, I had it a lot. On my own, I'd go over there and have it. And like, now looking back on it, I'm like, it was kind of disgusting. Like, I really like, I would eat it again in a heartbeat, but it was gross. Like, I can still taste it in my mind, and I don't think it was good. But I would definitely eat it again, and I would definitely eat a lot of it.
Tracks.
But that was long before I ever ate in a way where I was taking care of myself, so Ruffles chips with cream cheese dip wasn't necessarily a problem. I will say I'm bracing myself for my return to the ring in a couple of weeks because I took the winter to do a bit of a bulk. And I know that, you know, I know I put on some muscle, but in my head, I just feel fat.
A perfect big air.
So that's where my brain is. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna look so chunky when I get back in the ring. But that's okay. I like, you know, I'm a fan of Vader. I'm a fan of Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm a fan of John Tenta Earthquake. I don't see any problem with chubby wrestlers. And I know that it's temporary because that's how it goes. You bulk, you put on some weight, some of it clean, some of it dirty, and then you do a cut, and for a little while you look jacked and huge, and then eventually you start to look too skinny, so you bulk again. That's just how it works. And it's because my brain is wired to hate how I look no matter how I look. Thank you, Nickabeans. That's very kind of you to say. One of the real problems with you know, I post a lot of pictures on social media whenever I work out. I put up a flexing pic. There's all these pictures of me in the ring and like clips of me lifting and stuff. One of the problems with that is I'll see like the flashback images, and I can look at ones and go like, oh, I look way better then.
Good truck awareness.
So it's one thing to compare yourself to others. It's another thing to compare yourself to yourself. It's so much worse.
Great big air. A perfect maneuver.
Really stringing the tricks together at the end here.
Wow! Unstoppable. Makes a perfect donut.
All right, that's got to be enough for first place, right? Good. One more first, and we move on. That's why I'm saying you look jacked these days. I mean, I look okay. Um, I did have I think I mentioned on stream before I had some staph infection a couple months back. It came back. It
Leaving
turned out I
opponents
have
freezing in the
I
dust.
had what was
The
called a
winner.
persistent staph. So I had to have another round of antibiotics, which meant I had like a 2 week period very recently where I just couldn't work out at all. I couldn't do cardio, couldn't lift, and I had to eat certain foods to like keep my stomach stable that are not foods that are really conducive to a diet. Which that's a tough arc. Bad food and no exercise right after a bulk. That's a tough arc to have in your head right as you're getting ready to come back to the ring. So yeah, we'll see. I got a few weeks though, and I've been back at it when I can. Admittedly, stream days make it hard.
Just a few more minutes
Stream days
until
do make it
another
hard to get a good
incredible
workout
freestyle challenge.
in. I had been doing a little bit better about getting up early and doing my workouts first thing in the morning, but then getting sick again made that like an
Northern
impossibility. Like
Nightmare
I
is
just
ready
couldn't.
to bring
I could
the
not drag myself out of bed, and it's been
chaos.
so brutally cold. And the basement gets real
Wow!
cold when it's cold.
Unstoppable.
So I'm hoping to get back on the morning thing again soon.
Here's a wheelie.
Um, but like last night, I finished the stream and immediately went downstairs and hopped on the treadmill for an hour.
Big air.
But I now have a small blister on my toe from doing the treadmill for an hour, 2 days in a row.
Oh, you wouldn't want to
Which
get
is
in the
not
way
really
of that
conducive to
truck.
getting ready to go on a hiking vacation. So I think I'm laying off the treadmill until after the vacation. So when I wrap up here, I think I'm doing a nighttime workout today. I think I'm going down and lifting. Because I don't trust myself to get up in the morning to do it because it's been so damn cold.
Perfect big air.
But that's the other thing is,
What a
it's
spectacular
so,
big air.
I definitely, I'm as guilty as anyone of
Great
absolutely
balance.
guilting myself about my workouts and about my diet. Like I get
Perfect
deeply
maneuver.
guilty if I feel like I haven't hit my workouts or if the workout didn't go well or if I eat a bunch of food that's not supposed to be something I'm eating.
You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. 10 seconds for one.
I don't
last
really know
maneuver.
that serves me well. It does tend to keep me closer to being on the straight and narrow and all of it, but it also serves to create some depression, which can throw you way off of what you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Good truck awareness.
I will say when I'm on my game,
Here we go.
that does wonders for me on diet and stuff. Because if I'm hitting great workouts, I never cheat on meals after. Like I'm always kind of like, yeah, nailed it. Don't want to ruin it now. Better eat the good stuff.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
Must have broken a million already here, right? Yeah, 1.6 million. That'll give me a first place. Totally unnecessary because they're not really taking the points into account just yet. So the bronze medal on this thing gets me, I get by winning 3 events, which I've just done. That was event number 3. Now we start working toward that silver medal with this truck. That's when the points start to matter, I believe. Yeah, there's the bronze. And after this, it'll tell me how close I am to the silver. Maybe we'll try another track that's not just the Arctic. We've done the Arctic a lot.
Northern Nightmare hits the track.
But it is fun. Like it's pretty, it's well lit.
Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Oh, it just keeps getting better. Manages to hold it.
Whoa, what was that? That jump cost me my string of moves there.
Donut. Wow! Unstoppable!
Keep getting my flow interrupted here. I'm not loving that.
Wow! That was phenomenal!
Of our crew in the chat, who's planning to be at Blitz? Who's planning to be at Grind?
You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Yeah, February's the first month back for Perry in 2016, so I want to know who I'm running into. I know Ryan Nickabeans will be at Grind for sure.
Oh, and that is a heck of a sky wheelie. Seconds for one last maneuver. Nailed it! Awesome stunt. Big air. Just keeps getting better. Wow! Unstoppable.
I wonder if I can get enough points in one overtime run to get the silver medal with this truck. I think it's 1.5 million that it takes for that
get in the
medal.
way of that truck.
I got to be getting close to that now.
A perfect maneuver. Wow! Unstoppable. Oh, it just keeps getting better. Manages to hold it. Here we go.
Yeah, that's got to be enough for the metal. That's a good run. 1.7 million on a freestyle? Sorry, 1.8 million?
Leaving opponents' dreams in the dust. The winner is Northern Nightmare!
All right, it's going to tell us we're going to get that little bar popping up here. Yep, silver achieved. It was 1.5 million. All right, so I believe the other medal will be 3 million, but let's find another track. Let's go a different direction here. Let's see about like maybe Death Valley Stadium? Why not? We'll check it out. We'll see I can never remember which arena is which and what they look like.
At Death Valley Stadium, a new freestyle challenge is about to begin. Let the Monster Jam trucks roll in and hear those engines roar.
All right, simple little indoor track. Let's see what we can do here.
Northern Nightmare hits the tracks. Wow! Unstoppable! A sky wheelie! A perfect maneuver! Incredible stunt! I'm speechless! Manages to hold it. Excellent bicycle. Wow, that was phenomenal.
Like for a bicycle, I didn't quite get it.
A perfect maneuver.
All right.
Oh, and that is a heck of a sky wheelie. The last 10 seconds. Ooh, good truck awareness. Huh, perfect execution of a sky wheelie. Manages to hold it. Ooh, good truck awareness.
Major truck awareness in college.
A textbook big save.
Over 1 million, I'll take that. For first time on the track for this stream, not bad. Yeah, that'll work. I believe that'll put us about a third of the way towards that medal. And we'll see it in a second, it'll tell us. Yep, there it is. Yeah, about a third of the way. All right. I did like that track. We'll try that track again.
Death Valley Stadium, fire your engine. truck.
This announcer has the blue catchphrase. Like, why'd they put an announcer in the game if they weren't going to give him stuff to say?
Holy cow! Manages to hold it. A perfect maneuver.
No saving it.
Oh, afraid not. Gravity can be pretty unforgiving. Perfect sidewalls means points in the bag.
Again? 2 rolls at once? Come on. You tell I'm having a rough run when there is no shell left on the truck and I have no points.
Wow, that was phenomenal. Ha! A perfect big air. Only 10 seconds left. Wow! Unstoppable!
Wow. Terrible run. 55,000. Good heavens. At that point, why am I even playing? Yikes.
And today's winner is Bakugan Dragonoid!
Alright, we're gonna, let's see. Let's hop into a slightly different layout of the same spot.
Death Valley Stadium! Northern Nightmare is ready to bring the chaos!
Already off to a bad
Wow!
start, yikes.
Unstoppable! Here we go! What a spectacular big air! Wheelie! Pulls off a perfect sky wheelie. Wow, that was phenomenal.
That wasn't too bad. Wasn't worth a ton of points, but pretty good little combo.
Oh, it just keeps getting better. Seconds. Oh, great wheelie.
Keeps knocking me out of my well-earned
Only 10 seconds
combos
left.
before I finish.
Oh, and that is a heck of a sky wheelie. A sky wheelie.
Cody Brooks 100% needs to get out to a grind soon.
Oh, it just keeps getting better. Nailed it! Awesome stunt.
Okay, it gave me the points. Okay, okay. I thought I was about to lose all of those points I had amassed. And that was really going to bum me out.
Leaving opponents' dreams in the dust. The winner is Northern Nightmare!
All right, let's try a different version. Let's see. I don't need best tricks. I want freestyle setups. I think we did that one. Let's try that one.
Death Valley Stadium, fire your engines! It's time for everybody's favorite competition. Let's kick off the Freestyle Challenge!
All right, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh, we got show a toy.
Northern Nightmare is ready to bring
It's a little bit like, I feel like when I get the show a toy alert popping up, it feels like on Mystery Science Theater when they're like, we've got movie signs. Speaking of, how about the announcement from the Rift Tracks folk that they're going to make new Mystery Science Theater with the original, with Mike back on.
Every day.
Like, absolutely crazy to find that out.
Manages to hold it.
I had to share that around. I knew Hero Robotic would be a second. And I'm going to show a toy in just a sec here.
Great big air.
Hackers into the Super Bowl. I can't tell if that's actually something happening in sports or if that is a quote from something that I'm not recognizing.
Manages to hold it. Wow, that was
That
phenomenal.
is actually a quote from MST3K. Okay, I figured as much, but I also know that it's right around the time of year where there could be something happening in sports. Is Taylor Swift's boyfriend going to be in the Super Bowl again?
Excellent bicycle. Ooh, good truck awareness.
A good run going here. We're stringing some
Only
numbers
10
together.
seconds left. Ha, amazing big save. Manages to hold it.
Hackers aren't there, and neither is Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Will Taylor Swift be there? I mean, look, at least from what I understand, the musical people there are pissing off all the right people, so I like
The
that.
crowd are going insane. It's
All right, we're a little over 2/3. Oh, we're so close. All right, this is definitely gonna. This will wrap up this truck, and we'll move on to the next one. We are cranking through
Death Valley
achievements here.
Stadium. A new freestyle challenge is about
Oh, I think I
begin.
actually knew
Let
that was
the
in the Super Bowl. I
Monster
think
Jam
someone said it
trucks
on a
roll
podcast.
in and hear those
I want to say that it's like the
engines roar.
Buffalo Bills and then someone who's equally unlikely. But God, I know so little about football. About really sports in general.
Northern Nightmare is ready to bring the chaos! You sure don't see stunts like these every day.
I do. Every 15 minutes. Right? I gotta pause it at the beginning of this run because Nick and Beans popped show a toy and I got distracted by playing through on my my thing. I just want to check. The alert did go off for the show a toy, right? I heard it in my headphones. I want to make sure it came through on the stream. It came through, right? It was probably a little quiet because I have my computer audio low, but it did come through, right? Let's see. All right, I have a few toys that I can pick from to show here. And I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, it did. I seen it. All right, so when I first came back from California to this coast, my parents did that thing that all parents do to their grown-up children, that every time I went over, they had something to give me, not because they'd bought me something or found something somewhere. It was because they just wanted less of my crap in their house. And so anytime they found any toy, they just assumed it was mine and would pawn it off on me. And this one I actually took. Let's see, reading the markings on it, it is labeled as being 1991 NBC. So I'm assuming it's from a cartoon series that was on NBC that I don't recall. It is this little minifig of what appears to be a small child version of Frankenstein's monster. And I'm just double checking all my views to make sure this is good and centered. And he does have a little motion he does when you push his arms down, his tongue goes out. So that little guy, where I'm not even totally sure what he's from, I was like, yeah, I can take that. And he has lived next to my little Homestar minifigs and my uh, Kinnikuman muscle keshis, and I have some little Disneyland figures from my first trip there. Those all live together on a shelf in the other room. I grabbed him right before this as like, oh, I need to make sure I have this just in case. But I do have others for when other alerts pop up. But that was the one little little Frankie with his little. Yeah, he's a good one. I'm not sure what he's from even.
And
Although,
that
if
is a
experience
heck
on
of
this
a
stream
sky
has taught me
wheelie.
anything, it's that Beans has figured out what he's from already and is already looking him up on eBay. You guys, let's
It
talk
just
about
keeps getting
eBay a
better.
minute. I had a crushing defeat earlier on eBay that was also a huge relief. So Mega 64 does this room stream,
Manages
right?
to hold it.
And because it is a full week, or in this case, it was 11 days that Rocco was in there, but last year it was a week.
Great big
I found
air.
him. Of course you did. Um, and because it's so long, that means they really can't do like a DVD release of it or anything. They love putting out physical media. So instead, what they did is they released solid state
That was
thumb
phenomenal.
drives of the room from last year with a bunch of behind the scenes stuff and photos taken from it and the entire thing. Gravedale High McDonald's toy. That tracks. That sounds right. Well, now I know what he's
30
from.
seconds.
Um, and so that thumb drive was pretty popular, but I never had, I never had the spare coin to pick one up. So it's like, yeah, whatever, they'll have them. They sold out. So they
Here we
did
go.
another order of them. Those sold out before I could get them.
Only
Then they did them
10
all just on
seconds left.
pre-order, but they upped the price because they didn't know how many they would get, so they didn't know if they'd meet the minimum order to get a really good deal
Good
on it.
truck awareness.
So I passed. And now they're just out of print. They don't have them. They don't necessarily have plans to make them again.
Unstoppable. unbelievable.
and they never pop up anywhere. But one popped up, still sealed, on eBay. Someone had picked up an extra and had thrown it up on eBay, and the minimum bid was what it had cost originally on their web store. It was like $70. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I put the bid in for $70 for this thing, like 3 days ago, knowing that it had time to end and I might be sniped. But there was only 12 other people who had viewed it at that point, so I was like, it must not be that popular a search. Of course, their current room was just ending, so people, they had new fans who were into it and wanted to see more. And nothing happened, nothing happened,
The
nothing
crowd
happened. And
are
then
going
about 1 minute before the thing
insane.
ended,
It's
someone had outbid
Through
me.
the Nightmare.
And it said my new minimum bid was $72. I was like, okay, I hit it. It goes, no, now it's 74. So I hit it, I hit it, I hit it. I did it all the way up to 90, knowing that this guy had put a huge number on it and I wouldn't have to pay it. Um, and finally it ended, and I didn't even see like, oh, did I end up getting it? Did I screw myself and pay a lot of money for this thing? But at least I'll have it. I did not. Apparently, a bunch of people tried to snipe it right at the end, and it skyrocketed. The final sale price on it, the highest I saw on it was 90 in those last seconds, refreshing. It sold for like $170. So glad it wasn't me. See, I'm in a wiki hole. It was a Rick Moranis. It was Rick Moranis as the star. Oh man, what a time for cartoons back then. All right, let's see what the next challenge is. I know, right? A crazy amount for that to go for, but honestly, like probably worth every penny. All right, let's see the challenges. Let's see. Next, we got Brutus. We got Shaker, Shaker, which I'm assuming is Earth Shaker. Hacks higher. Okay, we got a lot to get through here. All right, let's stick with Brutus for now. So there's Brutus. And let's see, let's go with this version of the track and we'll just hop right in. Just sent you the wiki, now I need
At
to
Death
watch
Valley
it.
Stadium, a new
We'll put it on the list
freestyle
as
challenge is
potential.
about
I
to
really am
begin.
thinking like the next
Let
like good
the
like holiday
Monster
break
Jam
that everyone
trucks
has off.
roll
Maybe we'll
in,
do the kind
and
of stream where
hear
we
those
watch like
engines
old cartoons together
roar.
and stuff, and I don't save it for YouTube or anything. It'll just be for us here live on Twitch. No replay or anything.
And now,
Yeah,
it's
there's been a lot
Brutus's
of
chance to shine.
animes to have monster trucks, which is really surprising.
Advantages to
For
hold it.
my money, I'd love to see a Spy Family monster truck.
Wow, what a front flip.
This game is a little herky-jerky. I gotta figure out what's going on with
A
my computer.
perfect maneuver.
We're gonna end up having to do a ton of IRL workshop streams because my computer's gonna eat itself. Because
Great
I was
big
stupid
air.
enough to download something from Epic Games. Over again.
Wow, that
Yeah,
was
exactly.
phenomenal.
Favorite cartoon episodes.
Here we go.
Like I do think Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines would be a must-watch.
What a spectacular
The like
big
5-episode, very briefly run Bigfoot the Monster Truck cartoon. Let's see. What about like My Pet Monster? Would be a good watch.
Big air.
And then like I would love to spend some time
Only
watching the
30
like
seconds to
lesser
go.
talked about straight to VHS Charlie Brown movies. Some of which I do have as VHS, so we might just break out the VHS and watch it on a VCR. Get that real old 90s feel. Like Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown is a classic that I think not enough people know. Flash Beagle
Oh, great
was
wheelie.
amazing, a Snoopy cartoon. really, really good.
Excellent bicycle.
And maybe like Garfield's 9 Lives. Garfield's 9 Lives was my favorite
Advantages to
cartoon
hold
movie
it.
as a kid, and some of it scared the crap out of me. Some of it now as an adult makes me cry. Really, really cool.
What a spectacular big air! Ha! A perfect big air! Bicycle! Wow! Unstoppable!
Save it. There we go.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, I think we would probably have to start like a thread. At some point, I need to start a Discord for all of us to hang out in so that we can share links and stuff. It's been on my list for a while to do that. Wow, 2.1 million. That's the best freestyle I've had. Um, but yeah, a place where we could share all those kinds of links, and we could maybe organize a list of stuff that we would watch during a watch along stream. I think that would be cool.
When you're that
But yeah,
hungry
it's
for
been on my
victory,
mind to
it
put
can
together a
pay off.
Discord for some time.
Brutus
Uh,
wins.
and yeah, I've been dragging my heels on it. I think streaming 3 nights a week has slowed me down a little bit on getting that done. And now it's going to be for a little while at least. It's going to be 4 nights a week because we're gonna keep doing the co-stream with Torres on Thursdays. That said, this week we've done Monday, we've done Tuesday. I am iffy on the workshop stream tomorrow because I leave very early Friday morning for this vacation trip, and I want to make sure I have everything taken care of around here. So, little iffy on the stream tomorrow night. Thursday night, I will not be streaming. Torres will be streaming on his channel. I will not be on. Called the Discord the No Homers Club.
At Death Valley Stadium, a new freestyle
What about
challenge
what
is
about him? His
about
name's
to
Homer.
begin. Let the Monster
Yeah,
Jam
it's no
trucks
Homers.
roll in. Hungry for victory. Here comes
Yeah, like I've been enjoying watching
Brutus!
Frank Howley's stream.
A
He
perfect
started
maneuver.
watching WCW every Thunder and every Nitro starting at the beginning of '96.
Ooh,
And they're
good
currently
truck awareness.
in late January of '99. They just passed the Finger Poke of Doom. They just passed the night that
Here we go.
WCW lost the Monday Night War because Foley won the belt on the other channel.
Insane bicycle action.
And like I like that. That's really fun to go revisit all that in order. So like I kind of
Oh,
think
it
if I
keeps
had more
getting
time
better.
to stream, if I was like he streams like 6 to 8 hours a day. If I had the time to do that, which I definitely don't, we would definitely pick
Here we
something
go.
to do a full watch along in order. Like, we would need to do like here's like let's watch all of the Muppet Show in order or
What
something
a
like that.
spectacular big
Speaking
air.
of, who's excited for the Muppet Show special tomorrow? Sabrina Carpenter is the guest star.
Great
Come on.
big air.
Also, this is their test. If this goes well, people watch it and it's well liked. They're gonna bring back the
Nailed
Muppet
it.
Show.
Awesome stunt.
So for that alone, folks, we gotta turn out. We gotta do this.
Oh, great wheelie.
I'll be interested to see what bits they bring back. Like, you know, like I would love if they hit a Pigs in Space sketch. I would be
The
so
last 10
thrilled.
seconds. Great
If
truck
we get one of the
awareness.
random
This
ballroom
is
dance
every
scenes where the
fan's
characters
dream.
are like not notable characters, but instead they're just all making non sequitur puns to each other.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Manages to hold it.
thankfully, that might all be changing. They announced today the new CEO takes over in March. And rather than Bob Iger, who has been a huge disappointment after he rescued us from Chapek, he came back and then immediately became worse than Chapek. We got Josh D'Amaro, who was the head of Disney Parks previously, and taking over the role of president of the Disney Corporation. They have the first ever woman to hold that title in the Disney organization.
When you're
So
that hungry for
yeah,
victory,
starting in
it
March,
can pay
there is a
off.
new regime in charge,
Brutus
and I'm very
wins.
excited about that. I don't think it necessarily means the ship will be righted entirely, but I think it is a good start. I
Death
tweeted
Valley
about it
Stadium,
earlier that
fire
Iger's second
your
term
engines.
started with a great sense of relief and hope, and then quickly devolved into just disappointment.
And now,
So I'm
it's
really hoping that
Brutus's chance to shine.
Josh D'Amaro does a better
Here we go.
job. I do know that he is very well liked among like the park goers, like the regulars at the parks would see him there all the time. He was always quick to stop and take pictures with
Oh,
anybody,
not happening. Let's
and
see if they
he's like
try again.
genuinely a fan of Disney and of Imagineering, which is to me the most important part of the entire organization.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
Oh, come on.
Wow! Unstoppable!
Oh no. Yeah, big save. Come on.
Backflip! Great nose wheelie!
Come on, from the nose wheelie to the regular wheelie.
Nailed
Let's
it!
go.
Awesome stunt!
To a bicycle? Almost.
A perfect maneuver! 30 seconds left!
I'm interested to know because at this point, I think all of us, even those who have canceled it since, have had Disney Plus. You know, of the mainstream
Ooh, good
streaming
truck
services, it is
awareness!
the newest. You know, it's only what 7 years old now, something like that.
Only 10
Uh,
seconds left!
do you guys remember what was the first thing you watched on Disney Plus?
Awesome backflip!
Oh, terrible total on that. How did I end up botching that? I felt like I was having a good run. Let's see. For first thing we watched on Disney Plus, Adam and X67 says Mandalorian. I mean, what a great series. That was one of the first original things I watched on there for sure. So does MJ Showdown have decent racing as well? That's one thing I felt lacked in Monster Truck game. You know what? Let's hop in and do
That
one. It doesn't hurt
performance
us to hop in
today
and do
was
a race real
truly
quick.
terrifying!
I do find the racing in this game to be pretty okay. It really depends on what kind of race. So you have these green ones that are head to head. That's like your traditional tournament bracket style one-on-one stadium racing. They also have rally races, which don't take place in the arenas, so I'd have to go to a different spot for that. But we'll check one of these out.
Even the most inhospitable
And
place
you see
on the
there's a blue
planet
lane and a
is
yellow
no
lane that
match
shows you
for
where
the
you're
most
supposed to go.
monstrous vehicles ever seen! Man,
I prefer the one versus one too. It feels very it feels real. It feels like the actual thing, like it's emulating what I watched. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, if you get out of line, it respawns you. So that part's a little bit tough, but it makes sense. It kind of mimics actual monster truck racing, where if you leave the track for too long, you're DQ'd, or you get like a time. They add time to your run. So by respawning you, they're sort of adding time to your run as a default. All right, so that's round one. This is a really basic track. Some of them are like, doing laps around a thing. Um, but yeah, you can see it's very like standard arena racing. And there is like, you get like nitro in these. So like I just blasted the nitro at the end there. Um, but it's been so long since I've done the racing, it wasn't in my head. Most of my favorite tracks in Monster Truck Destruction on my phone are old TNT style and yeah, those are the best. At some point, I'm going to break out Monster Truck Destruction on stream again. Although the PC version is really, I mean, you've all seen it when I've played it on here. It's not as good. They keep adding new trucks in that game, and I keep thinking like, man, those developers will do anything to avoid putting out the second Monster Truck Destruction 2, which like they popped into the comments on my YouTube video the first time I streamed it to be like, yeah, second game's coming. I mean, if they say so. That was like 2 years ago they left that comment. Yeah, took first place all the way through. Let's go. I saw they added Big Pete. Yeah, I may end up downloading the mobile version again, but like, I don't know. I really only game when I can stream,
What a
and
crazy
I don't like
race,
streaming
guys!
from mobile if I can
And
help it. So I don't know. Let's check out Hawaii. Let's see, and let's go to here, maybe? Maybe here? Let's try this one. See what this one's all about.
Monster Jam fans, welcome to Hawaii Arena. Let another legendary freestyle competition begin. And now, it's Brutus's chance to shine. Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Wow! Unstoppable! Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Yeah, this announcer really only has like two things.
Now that's what I call a big save.
This track's real easy to put the points up there, huh? I'm not sure how I got a times 25
Wow!
combo going already.
Unstoppable!
Oh, I see. It's because every time I hit those boxes, they count that as a new thing.
Makes a perfect donut.
It's like he knows I'm talking about how good I am at making
You
donuts.
wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Oh, there we go.
Anybody got a
600,000.
fire extinguisher.
We got to be getting
This
pretty
driver's
close
on
to having that gold medal
fire.
with this truck at this point.
10 seconds for one last maneuver. Wow! Unstoppable! Incredible stunt! I'm speechless. Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Wow! Unstoppable!
Good enough. All right, yeah, 1.1 million will do. Let's see, the other new truck is called... Okay, hang on, let's see. Sadly, nobody's really made a decent Louisville figure 8 track yet on Monster Truck Destruction. Yeah, that's a shame. Don't want to spend money to get the track creator. Yeah. New truck is called Crop Crusher, which looks like a combine monster truck. So now I kind of want to see a combine monster. Yeah, I get
And
that.
today's winner is
Preaching to the choir. I
Brutus,
mean, that's
taking the top
all of that
step
sounds
today.
awesome. All right, let's see. Was that enough for the gold medal? Do we have the gold yet? We're halfway to the gold. Okay.
Monster Jam. Hungry for victory. Here comes Brutus. Wow! Unstoppable. Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. A perfect maneuver.
So we get a lot of regulars in the chat. I'm interested to know what are you guys more interested in seeing more? You want to see more watch along
was
stuff? Do you
phenomenal.
want more monster truck games? We like the crafting stuff, the 3D design stuff. What are we into? At some point, I got to put a poll up on my YouTube too. See what the people like there.
What a spectacular big air!
I will say I've had the issue where you know all the like best practices for YouTube and stuff all basically
Unstoppable!
say like, yeah, the last thing you want to do is have a ton of different types of content on your channel.
Oh, it
And they
just
say the same
keeps
thing
getting
about
better.
Twitch too. And like, I don't know. I want to enjoy making my content,
An
and I have a
impressive
lot of different
performance so
interests.
far.
So like, my brain kind of goes like, I want to do all this stuff. Yeah, right.
Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of
Okay,
that
so
truck.
Ryan Nicobeans agree that the variety is a big deal. I figure part of the appeal is just hanging out and chatting, because I don't think that anything. I mean, some of the stuff I do can be a little interesting. Like when I play with the Epcot sim, like that's pretty interesting. Or you know, when I do like 3D modeling, you know, that's something you don't see everybody doing necessarily. The crafty toy stuff is its own
You wouldn't want to
vibe.
get in the way of that truck.
But then, like, sort of generally, all the rest of it, I feel like it's like, yeah, I think this is just like a chance to hang out and chit chat, you know, kind of unwind. You know, my streams are not like, sometimes they can be a little informative, sometimes they can be high energy, depending on what
When
the mood
you're
is. But
that hungry
generally, I
for
think they're,
victory,
you know, I'm a
it
pretty
can pay off.
chill persona. I mean, I'm kind of a chill persona in person too, but online, kind of just, you know, so hang out, relax, you know. I had to look up the backstory of Silksong because I was just like, what
Hawaii
is the story of
Arena,
this? It's
get
crazy
ready
that
to
that game is
find your
like, it's an indie game. Like, that's incredible to me. Oh, there's like a car graveyard down there.
Hungry
You
for
guys see that?
victory. Here comes Brutus! Ho, ho,
Yeah,
ho!
there's like a
You
car
wouldn't want to
graveyard.
get in the
I
way
don't
of
think I
that
can get
truck.
in there though. Or at least I'm not supposed to go, I don't think.
Wow! Unstoppable! Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Just made it onto the bridge. I was trying to go up and over, but I really didn't have the momentum there.
Unstoppable! Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Oh, there's fans.
Bicycle! Wheelie!
Look at that. See, I found where they keep the audience.
Wow! Unstoppable!
I've
30
been
seconds
wrestling
left.
shows where I feel that way. Like, there've been shows I've been on where I didn't go out to the ring at all
You
before the
wouldn't wanna
show
get in the
because,
way of that
like,
truck.
I got in late or something. And I've had the feeling where I was like, where do they keep the fans? Because I've only been in the locker room, and then I'll go out and I'm like, whoa, what's all this down here?
The last 10 seconds! This driver's going bananas today! Perfect sidewalls means points in the bag. Makes a perfect donut.
I do hope we end up being able to get the Monster Jam meetup together.
Oh, it just keeps
I mean,
getting
selfishly,
better.
I haven't been to Monster Jam in a couple of years, so I'd like to go. It's a great time. They put on a great show. They have a great
Afraid
product.
not. Grab
Uh-oh. Oh, I fell down where I wasn't supposed to go. Well, still got a 500,000 on that. That's not
And
bad.
today's winner is Brutus, taking the top step today.
All right, let's see. That's got us. Okay, all right. We're like 2/3 of the way, a little over 2/3 of the way to that gold medal. We might be able to max out a whole nother truck after this, the rate we're going.
Monster Jam fans, welcome to Hawaii Arena. Let another legendary freestyle competition begin.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hungry for victory. Here comes Brutus! Wow! Unstoppable! Big air! Ah, can't close it.
Here we go. Just made it up.
Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Here we go. Wow! Unstoppable! truck.
So I talked about my plans for the weekend, heading down to the Florida, Georgia area to hike in a swamp. What's everyone else up to this weekend? There's no way everyone else is going to a swamp.
Unstoppable!
That feels like an only me thing.
10 seconds for one last maneuver! Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck! Wow! Unstoppable! A perfect maneuver! Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck!
Last backflip, and then we're gonna call
wheelie!
it. All right, Adam667 says, after the long dart tournament weekend, I think I'm just going to clean house and get ready for the big game on Sunday. Wait, is this weekend the Super Bowl? Really? I love that I wound up traveling and hiking on Super Bowl weekend. That's hilarious. Ah, yes, the superb owl. You know, people ask me if I like the Super Bowl, and I say I'll take the soup.
And today's winner is Brutus, taking the top step today.
Soup joke. All right, hang on. Let's get a look at what challenges are left here. Let's see these truck challenges. We're running them down here. So we got shaker, we got axe, we got these are almost all bronze. We got a few that are in silver. Jurassic Attack's almost at the gold. El Toro Loco is almost at the gold. We should finish out El Toro Loco. Yeah, El Toro Loco it is, and then maybe Velociraptor. We'll stick with the ones that are going to be easy. Just knock a bunch of them out here. All right, and let's figure out which look we want on El Toro Loco. All right, I'm looking to the chat. What do we like? We got the yellow one currently selected. We can go to the classic red. We can go to the black. We can go to the ice version. We can go to the Space Galaxy or the neon. What do we think? What do we like? Hey, Day Without Darkness, welcome in. Which El Toro Loco do we like, folks? Let's see it in the chat. We got neon, we got galaxy, we got ice, we got fire, we got red, and then we got yellow over on the side there. Nicobene says Space Galaxy forever. When in doubt. I did release a version of the original Perry toy truck like that. I called it the Galactic Chaos variant. Someday I have to remake all the toys I've sold so that I have my sort of like on the shelf portfolio of everything. But I've done a terrible job of making it happen. Did you ever even see it, Nicodemus? I may have to dig up a picture to send your way so you can see. I did a really good job with the paint job. It was very much in this vein. I am a wee bit snuffly. It's all allergies seemingly. We did some house cleaning because we're getting ready to travel, and it hits me every time. I've been congested for days.
You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Nailed it! Awesome stunt! Wheelie! Wow! Unstoppable!
Dang it.
Oh, tough
There goes
break.
all those points I'd
Time to
amassed.
try again.
You know, it's weird. I
You
never
wouldn't
had
want to get in the
allergies
way of that
really
truck.
until it was one of my last years of college. When one spring day, all of a sudden my eyes just started itching like crazy.
Unstoppable.
And it was honestly like a couple years of having bad allergies like that every spring before I was like, wow, I must have like, hey,
You wouldn't want to get in the
I
way
have
of
like
that
seasonal
truck.
allergies. This is terrible. And now I sort of just have all the time allergies. Like dust really gets me.
Wow!
Any kind of dust or like mildew
Unstoppable.
type stuff. Just absolutely. I am weak at the knees from that stuff. Oh, this is a terrible run. All right, we're restarting that run. This has just been terrible.
Hawaii Arena, get ready to.
Yeah, now I'm pretty much a lifelong daily Zyrtec consumer. Like I just have to have a Zyrtec every single day, or else I don't make it through the day. And if I
And
miss a
now,
day or
it's
two,
El
I end
Toro
up like
Loco's
kind of sick.
turn. Ho, ho, ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Wow! Unstoppable! Big air! Oh, it just keeps getting better.
Let's just keep going. This is right.
You sure don't see stunts like these every day.
I do. Every 15 minutes. That's my favorite. I know I've said it before. It's my favorite joke on the Jungle Cruise.
You wouldn't
You
want
come
to get in
around
the
the
way of
corner
that
and
truck.
there's a crazy scene with all the monkeys taking over the campsite, and the tour guide just goes, "Whoa, you don't see that every day."
Unstoppable!
I do, every 15.
You wouldn't want to get in
Yeah,
the way of
I
that
thankfully
truck.
haven't built up any kind of immunity to the allergy med type. It just sort of continually works for me.
Wow!
I did really struggle when I
Unstoppable!
was in Japan because they didn't have a direct comparable version of Zyrtec. They had like a
A
Claritin,
perfect maneuver.
and then they had some other one that I couldn't
The
really
last
discern
10
what it was,
seconds.
other than to know that it wasn't a Zyrtec clone. And yeah, so I wound up having to use their
You wouldn't want
Claritin
to get in the
equivalent
way of
while I was
that
over
truck.
there. But I would sometimes end up going 2-3 weeks without it because I just didn't have time to get out to a drugstore.
Ooh, good truck
Thankfully,
awareness.
we were living in a city, and Japan is exceedingly clean, so I got by
Perfect
okay.
maneuver. Makes a perfect donut.
I was currently in Japan. Oh man, coming back soon? I assume it's a short visit. All right, almost 1 million. I think that might put us over the gold medal for this truck.
Living up to the name and dominating
It'd be
the
crazy if I
arena.
did it in one run.
El Toro Loco win!
Beginning of March. Okay, yeah, that's not too long. Ah, so close to hitting that gold medal. we're just gonna hit it again. We're just gonna hit it again because this time it'll do it.
Hawaii Arena, get ready to fire your engines. Another.
Guys, I am so excited for that online toy maker Funky McClunky who does the incredible 3D sculpting. He has been working on his Kenner style UHF figures, and there is a very talented toy painter online, Omorobo, I believe is how his username is pronounced. And they collaborated together on full color versions of the toys, and they've been sharing the pictures out slowly, and they are spectacular. We are headed down south Friday. We fly out Friday morning, and then we get back in Monday evening. Just a little weekend trip to do some hiking. There's a tiki bar we want to check out.
You wouldn't want to get in
I
the way of that
am
truck.
the most tiki obsessed straight edge you've ever met.
Oh, too bad. Didn't work out.
Yeah, then we're just you know, it's so funny. We used to make it a point when we were in California. On Super Bowl Sunday, we would find like a museum to go to, or we would go hiking somewhere because there just wouldn't be anyone anywhere. And we didn't care then and don't care now about sports.
30 seconds left.
And I had no idea until a couple minutes ago that this weekend was Super Bowl. So, I think it was Adam and X67 in the chat. I had no idea.
It's carnage out
So
there.
it's really funny that we're sort of keeping that tradition alive and going out hiking somewhere on Super Bowl weekend.
You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Only 10 seconds left. Wow! Unstoppable!
That might not be enough points to get us where we were going. We were only watching for the Puppy Bowl and Bad Bunny. That's awesome. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm like, I guess the musical acts pissed off all the right people, so I'm into that. The only thing I know of Bad Bunny is that he can do a Canadian destroyer. I saw him wrestle a couple times for WWE. But until he wrestled there, I had never heard his name a day in my life because I am old and what? I don't know. I'm old and I don't speak Spanish and I don't listen to rap, so I was unaware.
Oh, careful out there.
That's right. Yeah. The kickoff show was Green Day. Like, what a great pairing. I think that's so cool.
You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
And like I said, it's pissing off all the right people. All the people that I like to see are really upset about those acts being part of the Super Bowl.
Unstoppable. You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. Wow! Unstoppable. You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
You know I don't speak Spanish. Lewitt had a good run going, and then I ruined it. You've ruined the act, Job.
Monster Jam fans, welcome to Hawaii Arena. Let another...
want no part of your tight ass country club.
And now, it's El Toro Loco's
Taste the
turn!
happy, Michael. God, I am so overdue for an
You
Arrested
wouldn't want to
Development
get in the way
rewatch.
of that truck!
So when does the next season of King of the Hill come out? We're overdue.
Wow! Unstoppable!
Okay, I know it wasn't that long ago that the last season came out, but I
A
was ready for
perfect
another season
maneuver!
right after I finished that one.
Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck! Wow! Unstoppable! Great balance!
Mad scientist style
Ho
forward
ho!
flip, hell
You
yeah,
wouldn't want to get
let's
in the way
go.
of that truck! Wow! Unstoppable! Manages to hold it. Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck. 10 seconds for one last maneuver. Ho 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 ho! This driver's going bananas today.
The points I have here
Makes a
should be
perfect
enough.
donut.
We'll see. We'll see. That might have been it. We might have done it here.
El Toro Loco! With that incredible...
Booyah. There it is. Gold. All right. Let's see. Who was next on our list here? Who was next on our list? I think it was like Velociraptor, one of those. Encrypted, cryptid with the subscription. Let's go. Where's my tally sheet? Where's my tally sheet? That puts us up to 7. We are 7 into the 20 that we're looking for to make that Monster Jam meetup happen. Thank you, Encrypted Cryptid. Rye, thank you so much. I'll be honest, I didn't care for last year's halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, but mainly because I didn't really listen to him before and I couldn't understand what he was saying. Then I listened to Not Like Us later and was like, okay, this is a banger. Yeah, you know, I feel like it's been a really long time since anyone did the Super Bowl halftime show where I would recognize any of the music, and that's fine. I'm getting old, you know? Like, I don't mind that. All right, Jurassic Attack. That's who we need. We need Jurassic Attack. Boom. Hey, oh, oh, hey now. Oh, no. All right, let's see. And for Jurassic Attack, do it. Nah, because you're more up on cool stuff than I am, Day Without Darkness. When I looked up the other halftime show, yeah, I saw a couple posts about that. Those people can have that halftime show. Good for them. All right, do we go with classic Jurassic Attack, currently selected in the pink there? Do we go with green or do we go with the ice version? My feeling is the green is the cool look here, but I could be convinced of either of these two. What do we think? Green or the classic? My kids and grandkids keep me young. Oh, I bet. See, Cody Brooks says classic blue. Green is the best color. Okay, we have a couple of votes. Blue dabba dee dabba da. Okay, we got 2 for blue. We're gonna go with blue for now. All right. And let's see here. Let's go to the Colorado section, go to the stadium, and find a freestyle. And let's see what this one's like.
Okay, Colorado Stadium. Everything is ready to kick off the most spectacular event of the day.
Says I like we may swap it up and do some green after. We'll see. It depends on how many freestyles it takes for me to hit that goal. We'll do one and then swap it out.
Here comes the unstoppable Jurassic Attack! Oh, and that is a heck of a sky wheelie. A perfect maneuver. Great big air. What a spectacular big air! Can't close it.
Oh yeah, that's true. A blue dinosaur monster truck when we crossed dinosaurs of the night of the 80s with monster trucks of the 80s. We get Littlefoot out here racing for tree spellers.
You sure don't see stunts like these every day. Here we go. 10 seconds for one last maneuver. Manages to hold it.
Not quite the points I was looking for there. Littlefoot would have to be one of the mini trucks. Yeah, and technically I think sort of a gray-purple color, if I'm recalling how he looked in the film.
Firing up the crowd. Number 1 today is Jurassic Attack!
That's a film I haven't watched in a very long time. Those Don Bluth animations.
Colorado Stadium, your favorite Monster Jam trucks are about to take to the arena for an incredible new freestyle event.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's Jurassic Attack's turn! What a spectacular big air! Oh, anybody got a fire extinguisher? This driver's on fire!
Can't say that in a crowded theater, Mr. Announcer.
Wow! Unstoppable! Manages to hold it. Ho ho ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Don Bluth's cartoons were so
Wow!
weird in retrospect. Like
Unstoppable!
they were so like dark and stylized compared to everything else. I think he sort of was to like the '80s animated movies what Edward Gorey was to children's
Only
books.
30 seconds to go!
Just like bizarre and weird and twisted and dark, but still like accessible.
Here we go! Here's a wheelie! Only 10 seconds left! Makes a perfect donut! Nailed it! Awesome stunt! Oh, great donut! Ooh, good truck awareness! Big air! Wow, that was phenomenal! Manages to hold it. Wow, that was phenomenal. Ha, that is a perfect pogo. Ooh, good
one
truck
more.
awareness.
One more big jump. And we'll call it here before I end up jinxing myself and losing all the points I've saved up.
Here we go.
There we go. That'll do. Okay, over $1 million. That's got to have us a fair bit of the way to where we're going. 1.3 million. Come on.
Firing up the crowd. Number one today is...
Yeah, a little over halfway. All right. Well, let's real quick. Let's go ahead and swap to that green look. All right. And let's try this one all the way in the corner. See how this looks.
Hold on tight, Colorado Stadium. Your favorite Monster Jam trucks are about to take to the arena for an...
What is that flag he has?
It's Jurassic Attack's turn! Manages to hold it. Ha! A perfect
Her
big
doctor,
air.
welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yep, playing a little Monster Jam Showdown. The game came out about a year and a half ago. And while I have
Oh, it
everything
just
unlocked,
keeps
I haven't
getting
finished
better.
all the achievements. And I am very much a completionist. And it's been kind of driving me a little bit crazy. So I figure, why not? Plus, I'm naturally good at driving a monster truck because I've gotten to
Pulls off
drive
a
one in real
perfect
life before.
sky
So,
wheelie.
you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Actually, oddly enough, playing this
Manages
and
to hold
playing
it.
BeamNG, where there are individual controls for front and rear steering, just like in a real monster truck, really did sort of prepare
Oh,
me
it just
for the
keeps
feeling
getting
when I
better.
drove the monster truck summer before
Oh,
up at Speedway
amazing big save.
95, just south of Bangor, Maine, for a company called All Star Monster Truck. They let me drive the Identity Theft Ride Truck. Yeah, yeah, it is cool that it's
Wow,
individual. So like I
that
can
was
just steer with the
phenomenal.
rear like that, or I can just steer with the front, or I can use
Only
them in
10
tandem,
seconds left.
which means I can put the two of them together and cut a donut. Or they don't talk about it much anymore, but it was
Ooh,
considered
great
fancy in the
donut.
80s. You can put them like this and do a crab walk. When the 80s monster trucks were first debuting and everyone was like, wow, they have four-wheel steering. Doing that crab walk was like a real show-off moment for those trucks.
And Grave Digger, the legend, takes home the victory. A
Not a
monstrous.
great one. Not a great run there. We didn't really string together nearly enough points. So let's see. I think it was up, maybe it was over here was the version of the track I liked. There was a particular layout that was serving me pretty well. I don't think that was it. I think it was maybe this one. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. This track is pretty
Okay,
close to
Colorado
having its
Stadium.
gold medal anyway,
Everything
so
is ready to
we
kick
don't have to
off the
get
most
that many
spectacular
points. I
event of
think
the
one or
day.
two runs ought to
Let
do
the
it.
freestyle competition begin.
Those allergy sniffles really getting me. All right, here we go.
It's Jurassic Attack's turn. Great big air.
Whole trick here, we're getting a lot of points. Is stringing together these runs of trick after trick after trick so that you keep the multiplier up there.
Manages to hold it.
Bicycle going.
That bicycle was something else.
Whenever you lose momentum, you gotta throw something real quick to make sure that it all
Ooh,
keeps
great
going.
donut. Here we go. Pulls off a
Yeah.
perfect sky wheelie.
The donut, if you can hit it, is
Makes
a
a
great
perfect
in-between
donut.
trick to keep things going. That and if you can get a drift. Yeah. Don't put it on its lid. Don't put it on its lid.
Bicycle
Keep it
action.
tires down. Keep it tires down. Oh no, oh no. Save it. Yeah.
Only 10 seconds left.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, good. It counted all the points before I
This
ended up on
driver's
my
going
lid.
bananas
I thought I had
today.
lost all those points because I ended up on the roof, but it sunk in the score. All right, that's got to be pretty close to that gold medal.
Firing up
Let's
the
see if we
crowd.
got it.
Number one today
Oh, so close. We're like a half million away. Okay, one more run's gonna get us there. One more run's gonna do it. We'll do one more run and then we're gonna jump
Okay,
and
Colorado
we'll raid
Stadium.
somebody on the way out
Everything is
here.
ready to kick off the most
We got a few
spectacular
different
event
options.
of
We
the
got
day.
Johnny Torres is
Let the
on playing some
freestyle
Moonlighter
competition
2. We got
begin.
the Grizzly Kid crew playing some WWE SmackDown. I think they're playing like SmackDown like 2007 or something like that. And we got Frank Howley on. I'd have to scroll over to see what he's doing because when it
It's
says just chatting on his
Jurassic
channel, that could
Attack's
mean all kinds of
turn.
stuff. All of it's great, but hard to give an accurate
Great
idea
big
to you
air.
all of what might be going on without checking first.
Pulls off a perfect sky wheelie.
He's watching an old British com. Oh, yeah, is that the one about the British DJs that he was watching the other day?
Here's a wheelie.
I got some good laughs watching that. I actually had a stream on in the car while I was headed home,
Big air.
and just kind of listening. I do my best to not watch streams while I'm driving, but I'll
Oh,
listen
it
to them.
just keeps getting better.
I didn't quite
Makes
hit
a
the donut
perfect
fast enough to
donut.
keep that multiplier on. Yeah, I mean that's true of a lot of British comedies, right? They have their moment.
Excellent bicycle. That
I like
bicycle was
Frank's
something
streams.
else.
He does a lot of like figuring out what he wants to do. He does a lot of like
Improved truck
trial and error.
awareness.
Like, oh
Get
well,
better.
here's this British comedy. Here's some Japanese women's wrestling. Here's Monday Nitro. Here's
Only 10
Yakuza.
seconds left.
Uh, Katamari. He bounces between a lot of things. I like that. It's like a variety
Ooh,
show.
good truck
Bobby,
awareness.
Al Yankovic blew his brains out in the late 80s after people stopped buying his records.
Thank you, Day Without Darkness, gifting a sub to Bear
Here we
Doctor.
go.
That puts us, hang on, wait, I gotta pause it because I gotta put the tally mark on the sheet. That puts us at 8 subs out of the 20 we need to make our proposed meetup. We're gonna do a stream meetup at Monster Jam in Worcester, Massachusetts in May. That puts us one closer. We're almost halfway there, and it's only been a week of me teasing this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we got almost a half million. That's got to be pretty close. Pretty close. I see the emotes flying. If we got to do one more run here, we'll do one more run because I know we're close right now.
Wiping the floor with the competition. The winner is Jurassic
But if that's the
Attack!
gold medal, we're going to jump and we're going to raid. That's the gold medal. We did it. We did it. We've been flying through the achievements here. All right, we're going to keep Jurassic Attack up on the screen. There he is. Thank you all so much for hanging out on the stream tonight, helping me get through as I'm getting through this congestion from allergies going on. Like I said, I'm iffy on tomorrow night. If I'm live tomorrow night, it'll be 8 o'clock. We'll be down in the workshop. We'll be making toys, painting up some of the stuff I've been making, different monster truck add-ons, different action figures, all kinds of stuff I got to paint down there. And if not, it'll be because I'm trying to get ready for this trip down to Georgia this weekend. So that has been it for me. We are going to raid, and I'll leave it to the chat. What do we think? We can raid. I think the three big choices are between Johnny Torres playing Moonlighter 2, Grizzly Kid playing SmackDown, and Frank Howley, who at the moment is watching a old British comedy, but does a lot of different stuff on there. Some Joshi wrestling, some other things. I'm looking at the chat. What do we like? We want the Joshis. We want the Grizzly Kid. We want Johnny Torres. Who do we like? Who do we like? Yeah, Bear Doctor. Bear Doctor is right. Gotta rep Frank. Frank's good people, and I love his streams. And Bear Doctor was the first one to throw the recommendation, so we are. We're gonna raid Frank Howley. All right. Everybody, when we get over there, throw a bunch of my emotes in. Let them know we're there. Say hi, hop in the chat, enjoy their show. They do a lot of goofy stuff over there, and it's a lot of fun. So I will see you all over there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock right here on twitch.tv/Perry Von Vicious. See you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.